Question, Assembly Member Dismore, West Ham Football Club.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. I'd be perfectly happy to publish the details of this arrangement. I understand that the football club concerned is not so keen because they think it will give other clubs an insight into their finances and so on and so forth. I think they may be trying to take legal action on that point. The gist of the matter is that actually this has been a fantastic success. The stadium is doing brilliantly. It had a brilliant summer. It will do. I'm sure it will do very well during the Rugby World Cup, and it's basically unlike any other Olympic stadium around the world. It has a long-term, viable future with Premiership football at the heart of the deal. And I thought that was the right way forward for London and the right way forward for the Olympic Stadium. There are Olympic stadiums around the world that are totally mothballed, that don't have any real activation in them. Go to Athens, Beijing. This has been a great success, and I think a good investment for London.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that you're prepared to release the data because you've just been told to do so by the Information Commissioner, haven't you? And the fact is that, and I was rather surprised. Let me answer the question. I'm rather surprised that you didn't actually refer to the Information Commission's decision in your update statement at the start of the meeting. But the fact is, up until now, you fought to keep the deal secret, haven't you? Because you wanted to cover up the fact that West Ham have put one over on you and have taken the cleaners, haven't they?
No, absolutely not. And I can tell you that we've been very upfront about the reason for we haven't published details so far because we've only just concluded the last letting of the contracts on the hospitality areas, and we didn't want to put anything out that would impact on our ability to negotiate future contracts. The main contract breakdown, as you know, 189 million Balfour Beatty for the main transformation works, 17 million for the Alto retractable seating, 7 million for the hospitality fit-out, 7 million for Careys for the pre-transformation enabling works. The funding for the transformation works comes from a variety of different sources. 40 million from the London Borough of Newham, 50 million from West Ham United, 38 million from the Games Public Sector Funding Package.
The fact is that West Ham has only paid 5.5% of the conversion costs, 5.5%. They're only paying about £2 million in rent. It's true, isn't it? They don't have to pay for security, they don't have to pay for policing, they don't have to pay for stewarding, they don't have to pay for the turnstile staff, they don't have to pay for ground maintenance, they don't even have to pay for goalposts and corner flags, do they?
I'm very happy
to... far more than their rent. And they even get to keep all the ticket sales, and that's £18 million just for the VIP seats and boxes alone, never mind the ordinary season ticket holders and casual people. The fact is, they have taken you to the cleaners, haven't they?
I'm very happy to release all the details. It is the club themselves that are not happy to do this, and they are proposing at the moment to take legal action to protect their rights to privacy on that point. I think, frankly, I rather agree with you. It should be a matter of public record, and I think we should be very proud of the fact that we've got a Premiership football team in that stadium. We've got most of the public spending was on delivering the biggest cantilevered roof in the world for the stadium, and it is doing wonders. And I think rather than cavilling and carping and being miserable, you should congratulate the London Legacy Development Corporation on the deal.
Manchester City pays all their overheads plus £4 million a year to use the former Commonwealth Games Stadium. Chelsea and Tottenham, if they have to use Wembley while their stadiums are redeveloped, will pay between £11 and £15 million a year. In Europe, Ajax pays €9 million a year to the Amsterdam Council. Fact is, the EU have already started state aid investigations into 7 Spanish and 5 Dutch football clubs. This deal is anti-competitive, giving an unfair advantage to West Ham over the other football clubs,
well, we're confident
and is also likely in breach of EU state aid rules. That's why they want it kept secret, isn't it?
No, we're confident that it is not in breach of any state aid rules, nor is it anti-competitive. The difficulty, as you will recall, was that the stadium that was built for the Olympic and Paralympic Games was not suitable for Premiership football. And that was because of the wrong decisions that were taken by the then Labour administration. They did not build a stadium in which a Premiership football club would want to operate. We had to sort out that mess because it was perfectly obvious to me as soon as I got here that we couldn't have a long-term future for the stadium without it being hosting a Premiership club.
Right. Well,
we've made some transformations.
So
I'm proud of them,
you now,
and it's a great asset for London.
Right.
It's going to be used not just for football, but for
are you going to comply?
Rugby, for athletics,
are you going to comply
for
with the
rock
Information
concerts,
Commissioner's
for a
ruling?
huge
Are you going to
number
comply with the Information
of,
Commissioner's
wonderful things in
ruling?
London.
As 18 football supporters groups around the country want, as 8 London supporters groups have petitioned in London, 14 groups around the country, are you going to comply with the Information Commissioner's ruling? If West Ham are going to challenge it, will you stand up with those football clubs against supporters against any West Ham challenge?
Look, I mean, I'm afraid we've got to. This is a deal between the LLDC and West Ham. West Ham are currently not content to release it. I think they must be given the right at least to appeal it. But as far as I'm concerned, get it out there. I've given you all the figures I've got in front of me today. I think we've got nothing to hide. We've got a very good rental income coming in from West Ham. We will be spending no more public money on this thing, and that is a fantastic achievement. And I think we should be proud of what.
So will you join with those 14 supporters clubs, 8 in London? Will you join with them in resisting any attempt by West Ham to overturn the Information Commissioner's decision?
Well, I've said what I've said. I'm very happy
So
to have the
that
information
question.
out there.
Yeah.
And it's
He
not something we think that this is a
obfuscated
great.
and won't
No,
answer a straight question. Will you join those football club supporters in resisting West
There's
Ham?
no point
Or
in
not?
constantly
I've given you the answer, which is
You
we
haven't
have.
given an answer.
That-
You've obfuscated.
that will
and waffled,
do.
as usual.
I have.
Please, Mr.
As usual.
Dismore.
I think for Andrew Dismore to accuse anybody of
I've not
waffling.
got an
No,
answer.
you
I've got
you
no
don't
waffle.
like the answer.
It's not an answer.
So
Chair.
that's the end of it.
Well, it's not an answer.
It is an
Chair.
answer.
Can we go
It is
to
an
the
answer. I'm very happy to put it out there.
He's the one that's thumping the table.
We've heard-
He did enough table thumping earlier on. He's doing
Look,
it again
we've
now.
heard
Is
from
Gavel
you.
happy?
We've heard from him, and that's it. Never
You've
the
gone
twain
gavel
shall
happy
meet.
today,
There
haven't
we
you?
go. I am gavel happy, absolutely. Right, final question. Enderby Wharf, Baroness Jones.